Like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Just 4 to shoot. Suggs with it. Randle's in his pocket. And Caro. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And here comes the break. For 3, DiVincenzo. They get the rebound. Here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Tries again. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Suggs against McDaniels. Suggs with the bucket.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Carter, the pass to Suggs. Back to Carter. Oh, sweet move. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Randle, a screen on Caldwell Pope. For 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Fires the 3. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. The 3. Parries it from 3.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open team.
And then Carroll gets it to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Following the score by Minnesota. And Carroll with a screen on DiVincenzo. Caldwell Pope finds Wagner. Fires from deep. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And again, it's Orlando converting. And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And so here is Orlando. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Wagner, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. For 3, Randle. And another 3 from Minnesota.
No hesitation from the big man, Randle. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
And Carroll with a screen on DiVincenzo. For 3, Caldwell Pope hits a 3-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Randle.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. DiVincenzo, pass to Randle. The 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Suggs against DiVincenzo, and he gets it to go. Suggs has gotten his second bucket.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Edwards, no good. And Carroll with it. Kicks it out to Wagner. He got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Minnesota. They're up by 1. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points in the game.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Misses the wing 3. The Timberwolves trail. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker.
Perfect execution from Banchero.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. McDaniels from long range. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Carroll with a screen on DiVincenzo. Wagner finds Suggs. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach, but when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Yep, count it. De Silva's got his first points of the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Reed a screen on Suggs. Edwards for 3. The triple hits for Edwards.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Anthony, the pass to Suggs. Here's De Silva. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Anthony. From outside the arc. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And here's Anthony for 3. Sinks the tray. Anthony's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
Here's DiVincenzo. Shot from the low post is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time. Yeah, when you make your mid-range shots, you force your opponents to adjust.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And they're on the run. A slam dunk by Reed.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Pass to De Silva. Down low. And the dunk by Isaac.
Excellent mid-air feed to Isaac, who lifts off right on cue for the alley-oop slam.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Black's checked in for Suggs. Conley looking for an opening. The three is up. Miller can't get it to go.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Alexander Walker, the pass to Miller. Back to Alexander Walker. Takes the three. And Miller good for three. Miller's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back after this word.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot from. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Mike Conley. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Isaac.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Fades away. Here's De Silva. Pass to Black. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. For 3, Anthony. Rebound, Minnesota. And here's Miller. Ingles, a screen on Isaac from deep. Miller can't get it to go. The Magic have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Black. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Miller with it, now guarded by Isaac. Here's Gobert. It's deflected. Here's De Silva. Hits the trifecta. De Silva's got 5 points.
And a quality find there by Isaac. It's really nice to see a big guy watching the floor for opportunities like that.
And that one's good from Conley.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Black passes to Isaac. There's a screen by Anthony. Wagner for three. And another three for Orlando. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Conley passes to Miller. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Anthony up top. He's guarded by Conley. And Anthony slams it in.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
4-3. Pass to Black. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Black's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Conley. Miller outside. Outside Conley. The shot from 20 feet out. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Well, Conley has that steady floor general demeanor. They love to have him running the pick and roll.
Black passes to Isaac. Anthony outside. Pass to Black. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Anthony. Changes up. And he lays it in. And it's a three-point Orlando lead.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Magic out. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Magic leading by 3. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Carter in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot
Get up, Anthony Edwards!
And right there, Edwards shows you his ability to impact both sides of the ball.
Caldwell-Pope with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Wagner, left side. And the layup is good off the glass.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
DiVincenzo against Caldwell-Pope. Pass to McDaniels. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner outside. From downtown, he buries it from 3.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become...
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Yeah, Randall's so powerful on the take. Really tough for a defender to get in front.
Banchero with a screen on McDaniels. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Lets the three fly. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Off target with the 3. Orlando trailing here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Pass to Carter. Out left to the wing. The 3 from Banchero. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
4th quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Wagner outside over Edwards. And it's Wagner missing.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
For Orlando, they've got 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Wagner with a screen on DiVincenzo. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. Reed a screen on Suggs. Edwards, a pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. He drops it from range. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Pass to Banchero. 36 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Edwards for 3. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch. And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game! And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Pass to McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
Now Carter. Down it!
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
And Minnesota with possession here.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
And hello again, everyone. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Green is out there with Brooks. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Magic, underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1. Now Green, after Jalen Suggs missed from long range. Green kicks to Şengün. No good on the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
To the left wing. Şengün against Carter. And it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr. at 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there. Impressive.
And stolen by Şengün. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And it's Suggs missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Brooks, the pass to Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And the wide open shot from Green. Knocks down the 3 ball.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And that one is good from Suggs.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
Suggs against Green. Pass to Thompson. Driving inside. And Thompson throws it down.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Suggs. 7 points in the game. Bangs on the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Oh, A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Thompson. Back to Green. Suggs with the steal. Pass to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Magic. For three, Caldwell Pope. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
You know, it just looks prettier from the corner, especially when Caldwell Pope lets it go.
Throughout his career, Clark, Kentavious Caldwell Pope has proven himself to be a quality player.
He certainly has, and I love the way he plays. He's locked in all the time at both ends. Really not only understands his role, Kevin, but embraces it. He's out there to space the floor with his shooting and then provide a lot of energy and versatility on defense.
Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one, really putting the work in on the offensive end.
And the dunk by Eason.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now here's Caldwell Pope, and the three off target. And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. Orlando's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, Thompson against Banchero. Out to Carter, and stolen by Şengün. Here's the break. Green inside the three-point line. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And Thompson puts up a deep three. Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for the Orlando Magic. That quarter had... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got him and Thompson. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks, and it's Green in at the 1 spot. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Suggs. And it's off from three-point range. One-on-one fast break. Thompson inside the line. And again, the Rockets are good for 2. Break every year. Injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Thompson. Out to Brooks. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low, here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it coin above the rim and make it look easy.
Eason passes to Brooks. Out to Thompson, got a piece of it, and stolen by Wagner. Back to Banchero. The 3. The Rockets pull it in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
And Wagner has it in the corner. Suggs with a screen for Wagner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Wagner's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. 6 points for him. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Green. Thompson looking for an opening. Eason gets a wide open look. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Wagner as screen on Green to the inside. That's good from Wagner on the assist by Caldwell Pope. 8 points for him.
Really good movement that time by Franz Wagner. I mean, rolling into a good scoring position and then begging for the ball.
Green kicks to Şengün. Thompson outside. Pocket 6. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Orlando's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. That at all?
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Green after the Magic pick up 2. Back to Şengün, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. 35 seconds left in the first half. And here's Anthony for 3. Eason grabs the board. Here's Brooks. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor. Working hard to be where his team needs him on that break.
Here's Black, guarded by Green. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Off target from outside. Ball's knocked loose. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Rockets, 35.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jalen Suggs.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of it.
They've got Black. Wagner is out there with Isaac. And it's Anthony. And it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley.
Man, unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Here's Black, covered by Van Vliet. Lets it go with the 3. No good that time. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Clark, famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Here's Whitmore. And Green now, top of the key. Here's Van Vliet in the air. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
Wagner from long range gets the three-pointer to fall. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Outside, Green. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here is Houston. The lead is 2. Pass to Whitmore.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Offensive rebound. Here's De Silva. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple. And the Magic lead by 1.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. From deep. Green with the rebound. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Whitmore. The shot missing. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. It's good from long range. De Silva's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Black. Still yet to score. And it's Wagner missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
This one for 3. Poked away. Rockets trail by 4. Van Vliet on the wing. Covered by Anthony. He gets that one.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Here's Black. Takes a 3. They get it back. Isaac passes to Wagner. Three-pointer. A nice shot by Black. Black's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Smith kicks to Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Green, the screen. Van Vliet against Anthony. Van Vliet can't get it to go. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Black. Isaac a screen. A nice shot by Black. Now it's a 7-point Magic lead.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Van Vliet passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Here's Black. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders.
And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Green. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 2-guard spot.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Thompson passes to Easton. Back to Thompson. There's the three. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Carter finds Caldwell Pope. Carter with the screen. The Magic again can't hit. Rockets trail by 3. And Green slams it in.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Here's Thompson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Caldwell Pope. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got 4 assists in the game. To the paint, here's Thompson. Basket counts. Thompson's got 12 now in this quarter.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Caldwell Pope with a screen for Wagner. No good on the 3. Now the Rockets with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Easton passes to Şengün. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. And here's Green outside. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Kicks it out to Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Banchero. Buries it from three-point range. And the Magic lead by 1.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll will take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Magic on the break. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Over in the corner, Banchero. Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. Another shot. Rockets with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They kick it out to Green. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it late.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Easton. And the layup falls. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Oh, my!
Wow! Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
Easton with a screen for Thompson. Pass to Easton. Back to Thompson. Over Banchero. The shot by Thompson, no good. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Suggs adding another big play to his resume. Incredible.
From deep three-point territory. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their...
A lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So the Houston starting five. We've got Green. Tari Eason is out there with Thompson. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the shooting guard position. Şengün, no good. Reed, a screen on Eason. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Eason, following the score by Minnesota. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Now Thompson. And he drives in. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Takes a three. Randle pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. McDaniels passes to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo from behind the arc. The kick out to Edwards. There's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And Şengün throw it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's McDaniels. Three-pointer, no good. On the wing, Brooks. Pure from three-point range.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Edwards against Thompson. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. Off target from the baseline.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Thompson passes to Eason. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Randle against Eason. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Long range from the inbound. And Brooks with a basket on the assist from Eason. Brooks has got 6 points.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. 5 points in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Thompson's shot is off.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now. I wish more teams did that.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Again, the miss by Edwards. Brooks from outside. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Trying to keep up with Brooks will wear you out. He gets 1 step ahead and pulls right up to shoot.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Şengün. Now Eason. Brooks from outside. They get it back. Back to Eason. The three from Thompson. And he hits it. That makes him 1 for 6 for the game.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Reed, good.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Green. They set the pick. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Oh my, I mean, Green is ready for a duel at the arc. I mean, he's always an eager three-point shooter.
The kick out to Edwards. Reed, a screen on Thompson. And so it's Houston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've done well to disrupt the opposite. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Oh, the posterizer from Green.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
KBA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be.
Get up, Anthony Edwards!
Oh, you see a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Brooks, the pass to Thompson. Green against DiVincenzo. Back to Thompson. Green with a screen on McDaniels. Outside for Green. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Eason. Fires the 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got 6.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Man, showing some terrific range. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Eason against Randle. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Edwards can't hit.
We all know he's a good shooter.
Create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Brooks with the rebound.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Randle can't hit. The Rockets lead by 16. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the 3. Randle, a screen on Thompson. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic so pretty, so fluid.
Brooks from outside. Randle pulls down the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Thompson outside. Outside, Green. Pass to Eason. 6 to shoot. Out to Thompson. Randle with a steal. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Randle, a screen on Green. McDaniels from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Thompson. Not going to go that time. Timberwolves trail by 13. There's the triple. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on Randall. And it's Green missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And here's Reed. Back to Daniels. Oh, got a piece of it. Thompson with a steal. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Randall. McDaniels got 5.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Green, the pass to Eason. Brooks with it. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards looking for an opening. It's McDaniels on the wing. Three-pointer. Eason pulls it in. Going all the way to the rack. And here's Thompson for 3. The shot no good. And so it's Houston ending the quarter up 10. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots for 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Kick it off the second half. Here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Cam Whitmore, Jayshawn Tate out there with Green. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Smith in at the 5, down low.
This guy has got such a smooth handle that the pull-up game is always in play.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rockets foul. Green. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Conley. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Conley's got 5 now.
Well, this guy could have powered on the interior, but goes to the floater game. This is one of his specialties.
VanVleet misses. Timberwolves trail by 10. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Miller. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or 2. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And, B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure. Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred VanVleet ready and willing.
Reed finds Miller. Puts up a 3, knocks it down from distance. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Garza's checked in for Reed. Here's Whitmore outside. Offensive rebound from behind the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Whitmore's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Garza. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. At one point, they led by 16. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Three-pointer, VanVleet nails it from beyond the arc. VanVleet's got 6.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred VanVleet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Green with a screen on Conley. Here's VanVleet. He gets it in there. Give him 8 points now.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred VanVleet does just that.
Here's Garza, covered by Smith. The shot by Garza, no good. And here's Cade outside. And Houston, another 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Miller can't get it to go. Houston leading by 15. Here's Whitmore outside. Great D that time from Miller. Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. From down in the low post, it goes. The Rockets have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Smith finds Tate. Now VanVleet. Pass to Green. Conley against VanVleet. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. No good on the shot. Timberwolves trail by 13. For 3, Conley. Miller left side. And he drains the turnaround J. Miller's got 7 points.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Garza. Misses the 3. Right side Whitmore. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Mike Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Miller. And it's Garza in at the 5. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Here's Whitmore outside. Counted from distance. And the Rockets lead by 14.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it's Green missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
The open shot by Thompson. Cans it with nobody near him. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's Brooks missing.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Edwards for 3. Nails it from 3.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Green against DiVincenzo. Right side Easton, back to Green. Takes a three. Minnesota with a rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Edwards against Thompson. McDaniels from long range. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Out to the right wing. Şengün finds Thompson. Fade away. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 now. Outside Edwards. Pass to Randall. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the long J. And now just a 4-point Houston lead.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure.
Oh, my goodness!
That is incredible!
Powered it home!
Not fair at all. Did you see it? That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
McDaniels against Thompson. Here's Easton. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Green, the pass to Şengün. The three from Thompson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Pass to Thompson. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Thompson's got 7 points here in the quarter. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. .110 left in the fourth quarter. Randall is screen on Thompson. Edwards fires from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets. 10-point lead.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Rockets.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Amen Thompson.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Pulls it, pass to Green. Back to Thompson. Fades and shoots. Reed with the rebound. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Green. Now here's Thompson. Fades. That shot missing. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beat. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
in Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the center. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
McDaniels, a screen on Banchero. Randall passes to McDaniels. Shoots. And he gets it to go. Off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
For the three. And it's Suggs missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
The Magic have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Now here's Edwards. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Wagner with a screen for Banchero. The shot, no good. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And the basket by Edwards.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
DiVincenzo against Suggs. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Suggs has got 5.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Back to DiVincenzo. McDaniels, a screen on Caldwell Pope.
And the quickness and long arms of KCP, he does a good job of getting into the shooter.
Pass to Wagner. From outside the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Over to the left wing. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. He's got 5.
Yeah, and knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. As wingman Jaden McDaniels said, we don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team. Super tough. Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Suggs against DiVincenzo. And Suggs throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring
Nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Wagner from long range. DiVincenzo with the rebound. For three, Edwards. Orlando grabs the miss. Now, here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope making highlights for the Orlando Magic. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the points. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Edwards. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals. One of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And it's Suggs missing. Suggs has got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Caldwell-Pope outside. Good on the 3-point shot. Caldwell-Pope's got 11 points. Timberwolves trail by 5. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Magic leading by 5. Caldwell-Pope outside. Carter sets the pick for Caldwell-Pope. To the wing on the left. Randle against Banchero. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Carter dishes to Banchero. Launches a 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Banchero against McDaniel. Carter kicks to Wagner. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
There's the triple. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Magic leading by 4. Caldwell-Pope outside. Spins. And Banchero passes to Carter. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to McDaniels. A three for DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Magic.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Suggs, screen on Edwards. Hands it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
Just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Hits it from three-point range. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Orlando making some changes. Here's Black. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. He had stolen by Ingles. One-on-one fast break. It's Miller on the wing. Latrey misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Magic leading by 4.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Black. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Magic out in front. They're up by 6. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half courtside. Drum line. Number 3 comes the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Wagner. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Black. And it's De Silva in at the 3. Pass to Black. Tries again. And it's Orlando with another. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster is different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most defensive player of the year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
And if he gets looks that plainly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. A nice shot by Black.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Fires for three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Alexander Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Black. He takes it in. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 5. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target with his 3. Orlando leading by 5. Anthony, no one around. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Black's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Orlando. Conley with the 3. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to De Silva. Launches it. A fresh 14 for Orlando. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That's his first foul. .144 left in the third. Up top, Wagner. Shot clock at 3. Takes the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Wagner's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And here's Miller outside, and the 3 ball is good.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Here's Black, over by Conley. Picked his pocket. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. Timberwolves keep it alive. Goes back up. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Goes up a 3. He's clobbered. He'll get 3 shots at the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
Substitution on court.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Black. The Magic again can hit. Fast break, Minnesota. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Black, good on the triple. Black's got 11 points in the quarter. Timberwolves trail by 12. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Puts up a deep 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And their 3. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Magic leading by 9. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Wagner wide open. Oh, good on the triple. Timberwolves shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Jacks up a three. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. It's tipped. And now Orlando on the break. Wagner from long range. Traps in the tray. Wagner's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Orlando?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
That one drops for him. And the Magic lead by 9.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Edwards drives in. He can't get that one. The Magic have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
He really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Edwards. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What a ball!
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true three-level scorer.
Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. Launches it from deep. Caldwell Pope with the screen on McDaniel. Drains the three-pointer. Wagner's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Orlando. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you? Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me? Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Drills it from outside.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
They get the rebound. Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Flags checked in for Suggs.
Magic substitution, number 0.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Here's McDaniels. They get it again. On the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Reed misses. Orlando leading by 6. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Reed. Wagner from long range. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Caldwell Pope pass to Black. A 3-ball. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Black. Wagner outside. Here's Black. Fires from way outside. No good. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home.
as Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. And for Houston, they've got Tari Eason. Green out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Eason. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Outside for Green. Back to Thompson. Wagner against Brooks. Eason a screen on Wagner. Brooks. And he buries his first look.
Offensively, Brooks can be just relentless, constantly looking for chances to get his team points.
Suggs outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Over Green. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Thompson passes to Green. Here's Şengün. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
And Houston has possession, following the bucket by the Magic. Green, the pass to Şengün. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Picked by Carter. Uncovered. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Thompson. Outside Eason. Şengün, the screen. Shot clock at 6. And slammed it home. And the foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Wendell Carter. Houston shooting their first foul shot of the game. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. To the middle. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Man, this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Green with the ball. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Caldwell Pope with it. Carter, a screen on Green. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
This is what Green loves to do, getting strong positioning inside and going to work.
Magic trail by 4. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Thompson. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one. A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Eason, a screen on Suggs. And it's hammered home by Green.
So sick the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Houston leading by 7. Eason finds Green. And here's Şengün. On the wing, Brooks. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Brooks, the pass to Green. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Banchero. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs with a screen on Brooks. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
They've got Jalen Green. Tari Eason is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the center position. That's the group starting the 2nd quarter for the Rockets.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
And it's Green with the ball for Houston. Outside Eason. They set a pick. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Anthony with a screen on Green. Here's Black. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Fires the 3. Offensive board. And it's Green missing. Magic trail by 6. Isaac outside. Pass to Black. Tipped away. Here's De Silva. No points so far. Off target from 3-point range. Brooks outside. Fires for 3. Connects from downtown.
You gotta at least honor Brooks' 3-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Isaac with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. Wagner for 3. De Silva. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Eason finds Şengün. Now here's Green. Takes the hit and scores inside. Green.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball. Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Green. Out to the right wing. Smith against Isaac. And it's blocked by Isaac.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
And Anthony slams it in.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here's Isaac. Wagner with a screen on Tate. Shot's good by Black.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Outside Tate. To the inside. Van Vliet left side. Pass to Whitmore. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Isaac.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Black passes to Anthony. Jacks up with 3. Isaac with it. Wagner outside. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Going all the way to the rack. He was all alone on that one. And the Rockets lead by 5.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Here's Black. He's got 6. Isaac outside. Pass to Wagner. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And a quality find there by Isaac. It's really nice to see a big guy watching the floor for opportunities like that.
Van Vliet, the pass to Tatum. Green, a screen. And finished off by Tate.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Houston up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Well, you gotta like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shot within the flow of the offense.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with.
Oh, my goodness. How about that? An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Wagner for 3. Drains the triple. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Outside Whitmore. Fires the 3. The rebound by Carter. Magic trail by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Van Vliet with it. Wagner picks him up. Right side Whitmore. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Whitmore. And he goes in for the dunk.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Carter on the wing, defended by Şengün. Carter, the pass to Suggs. Nifty move. Back to Carter. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. You see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. And so Carter nails them both. Houston in the lead. Eason, a screen on Suggs. Green in the post. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Eason. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Easton's got 7 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Carter finds Wagner. Here's Suggs, defended by Thompson. Carter inside, working on Şengün.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Easton's got 5 points now this quarter. Magic trail by 4. Wagner with a screen on Green. For 3, Caldwell Pope on target from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Pass to Banchero. Stolen by Thompson. Back comes Houston in transition. Brooks from outside. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Banchero's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner outside. Suggs outside. Banchero with a screen on Easton. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. Suggs no good. Houston leading by 3. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Wagner outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Orlando making a switch here. Bataze's checked in.
In for the Magic, number 35.
The Rockets have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Brooks outside. He shoots. Another one falls for Houston. 40 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Thompson with a steal. Driving to the... Okay, look out!
Wow. Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Here's Bataze. Yes, it's good.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Thompson. Green with a screen on Wagner. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thompson. Here's Brooks. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wagner for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Houston Rockets. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Black, no good. The Rockets lead by 9. Easton, pass to Brooks. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On the wing, Green. Outside Easton, launches it, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Isaac, the pass to Black. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And it's hammered home by Green.
You don't want to jump with Jalen Green. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2, you don't want to jump with Jalen Green.
Anthony, the pass to Black. Natase with a screen. They grab their own miss.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Isaac against Eason. 5 on the clock. Pass to Thompson. It's hauled in by Isaac.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Smith's checked in.
Substitution on the board.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And no good. Houston leading by 10. That's good from Eason. On the assist by Green. Eason's got 10 points in just the second half. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
Outside, Green. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Smith outside. No good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
The 3 from Banchero. And they recover it. For 3. At the arc. Banchero finds his mark.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Green against Carter. The 3, Smith. Orlando grabs the miss. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to Banchero. Boom! Banchero!
No holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Thompson passes to Green. Now Brooks. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Here's Smith. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Rockets lead by 7.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on cue.
And Carroll with a screen on Green. Caldwell Pope for 3. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thompson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Caldwell Pope for 3. Thompson pulls it in. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Fires away from way outside. And the miss. And so it's Houston winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Randle kicks to DiVincenzo. Lets it go from deep. Over Green. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Brooks gets it to go.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. No one near Randle as he lets it go. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
He has a great feel for scoring in the painted area. Nice play by Jalen Green.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. Şengün showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
DiVincenzo against Green. Randle grabs the board. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Edwards can't hit. The Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. They grabbed their own miss. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Şengün kicks to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agreed. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And so here is Houston following the 3 by Minnesota. Eason passes to Brooks. Back to Eason. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And here's Green outside. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Rockets leading by 3. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Rockets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Open shot, Thompson. Another miss by Houston.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
On the wing, Brooks. Eason, a screen on Edwards. Really left alone that time. Brooks has got 6. And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I also have to call out how they've outworked their opponent, doing a great job of crashing the offensive glass and just creating those second chance points.
Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Green. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets. Out to Edwards. And the 3 off target.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
From a couple of zip codes over Dante DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
Brooks outside. Thompson for 3. Eason passes to Şengün. DiVincenzo against Green. Outside Edwards. The 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Brooks with no one around. Pass to Eason. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Rockets leading by 3. Green, the pass to Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
An underrated part of Green's game is the ability to see the floor and make his teammates better.
Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, Bart. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in there. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
It's stolen by Green, and here comes the break. 3-pointer, Brooks. The Rockets with the new 14. Timberwolves trail by 8. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in this game. DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Timberwolves passing it around.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Green with a screen for Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 6. And stolen by Whitmore. From past the arc, connects from 3-point range. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Conley. Alexander Walker on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Knocks down the 3-ball. And now a 12-point Houston lead.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
From the arc. That ball. Great assist by Van Vliet. Whitmore's got 9.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Alexander Walker. Here's Gobert. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Timberwolves trail by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 14-5 run here. Pass to Whitmore. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here is Miller. With 1 on the clock, he lays it in. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Miller, Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Gobert in at the pivot, manning the middle. And it's Whitmore missing.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it. No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Rockets leading by 5. Green finds Van Vliet. Back to Green. Now Whitmore. Defended by Alexander Walker. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Whitmore. 3-pointer. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Timberwolves trail by 5. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
A shot by Tate with no one around. They get it back. Van Vliet outside. Green in the high post. Pass to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Van Vliet outside. Tries again. And it's Smith that time on the assist from Van Vliet. And the Rockets lead by 7.
And that's a nice shot from mid-range there. Smith must continue to knock it down at that level.
Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Got that one up quick.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
From downtown, the Rockets pull it in. Now Whitmore, 9 points in the game so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Timberwolves trail by 10. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A new lineup here for Houston. And a change for the Timberwolves. Garza's checked in.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
Poke loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Eason gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Eason's got 8.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Randall a screen on Green. DiVincenzo against Green.
2 minutes.
There's the pass to DiVincenzo.
2 minutes.
5 to shoot. Here's Garza. Shangun covering. Garza gets the bucket.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
Brooks, left side. Stolen by McDaniels. For 3. The offensive rebound. Garza. Missed inside. Houston leading by 7. Pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. Back to Shangun. Green taking his time here. 5 on the clock. Shangun kicks to Thompson. Driving ball.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that in-foot exuberance.
Here's DiVincenzo. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the 4 this game. Now 6 for 10. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Green against DiVincenzo. Shangun with a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Takes it off the glass. He's got 5.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Timberwolves on defense. 8-point game. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Randall. It's good on the putback.
You know, guys, Randall is simply a beast on the offensive boards.
Thompson outside. Green against DiVincenzo. Eason, the screen. Thompson from long range. 1 second left. And no good that time. And so it's Houston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Thompson. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Shangun. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shangun finds Eason beyond the arc. Good. And it's Shangun picking up the assist. Shangun's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to McDaniels. Picked by Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Three-pointer, Brooks. Here's Shangun. Out to Brooks. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
That's tipped.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Fires for 3. Kept alive. Out to Brooks. Here's Eason. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Thompson. A second chance effort. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
It's up a 3. Again, the miss by Thompson. Timberwolves trail by 14. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Randall against Eason. Thompson from long range. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
No question about it. DiVincenzo has found his rhythm tonight, making it look easy on offense.
2-3 gets to Şengün. Pass to Eason. For the 3. Thompson outside. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, there's McDaniels. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. Here's Edwards. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. Lets the 3 fly, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Brooks against Edwards. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Edwards finds McDaniel. Launches a 3. The Rockets pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Green, the pass to Şengün. Puts up a deep 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Here's McDaniels. From outside, off the mark. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Another miss by Houston. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Down low, here's Reed. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Now, here's Green. Fires from way outside. No good. So Houston wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.